I don't really
Yeah.
want a lawyer because it's gonna take me to trial, and I know I didn't do anything wrong. I don't want to take this case to trial because I don't think it's a really big deal because I wasn't in any substances. I know I can get my proof of insurance.
If
I
you
don't know why
don't
they
take
can't
this,
just get dismissed. Well,
but
it's
if,
on
but if-
camera. I'm pretty sure it's on camera.
okay, but that's not the way the system works. You go to trial and that's when everybody presents their evidence.
Yeah. Well, there was 2 officers. I don't know. And it
Well,
was pretty late.
uh,
So I don't know who can be a witness. And they took me to the hospital. So I don't know.
Okay,
Maybe the nurse.
I don't think you're understanding enough. You don't
What
have,
am I
I'm
not
going to
understanding?
appoint an attorney. You don't have to use that attorney, but I am going to appoint Attorney Shannon Cooper. Missy, is that who I'm using? Because I just don't think you're understanding some of the things in the legal system. And if you need an interpreter to help you, I've got one here. I can have one here for you.
I
Help you
need another judge so that they can understand me.
So do you not have,
And this is just interrupting my life right now.
so you do not have a home presently, a permanent residence?
Well, I was waiting for my response and I was getting approved. Unmarried, engaged.
Okay.
Yes,
Well, are you married or engaged?
engaged.
Yes.
And my back hurts. I'm too old for this.
All right. So you'll need to be back here by Zoom September 15th at 9 a.m. Now then, let's take up Miss, oh no, we still don't have Mr. Paul. Miss Ibarra Morales, you don't look like you feel real well either. Are you under the weather as the other lady was?
Which one?
That one that was just here said she wasn't feeling well. She's under the weather and you don't look quite as healthy as you usually do, or is it just the circumstances you're under?
Yeah.
I'm asking you if you feel okay today. As far as you know, you do? Okay, well, hopefully your attorney will be here soon.
Yeah.
Who is this that we have here on?
This is Arceli, and the last name is Ibarra or Ibarra-Morales. She's second on my list. I'm not sure where she is on yours.
Okay. Well, my files are not necessarily in particular order at this point in time. I was doing a little bit of review and
Sorry, I'm late, Judge.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. I was just in front of Judge Lee, so.
That's what Missy said. You'd had a prior commitment. So,
Yeah, probably for the first month, it's going to be a little bumpy, Judge.
sure.
And I'm going to apologize to you and Mr. Dean in advance, but.
Well, we understand and we're just happy to have you.
I appreciate that.
Do you want to speak to your client there at the county jail? That is Arceli, last name Ibarra-Morales, Ibarra-Morales.
Judge, Ms. Cooper had previously filed a motion for a bond modification.
Okay.
I believe that's all we're here for on today. If I'm still trying to get up to speed on that. If the court has something different, I would.
Well, I just show it as she had first appearance August 15th. And
Because Judge, I'm still putting together files. I know it was a DUI and vehicle coverage.
DUI insurance and
And signal.
proper stop. But if you want to visit with her, you're sure welcome to, because while there's a motion to modify bond, I also show it as a control hearing. This
Okay.
is standard control.
Righty.
Need
Yeah,
Mr.
put me in
D
a break. Yeah, put me in a quick breakout room, Judge.
with her or
Yes,
Mr.
please.
D?
Sorry to
Okay,
do that to you.
Missy, if you would, please. Did we lose the client?
Well, she's in jail, so we didn't.
A good point. We can always find her, get her back on here.
Morning. It looks like on this, we're also probably still waiting on the KBI.
Yeah.
KBI results in here in the, I suppose they could have showed up this week, but they're not this fall.
I got you. Well, Paul, you're going to get tired of me after a while, I'm sure.
No, I doubt it. I pretty well got patience with everybody here. I dealt with PT Forbes on this docket for a decade, maybe.
Yeah.
But PT was so old, I had fun time every now and then putting the Supreme Court number down as one. He'd still sign off on it.
That's
He
good.
never know. I'd have to point it out to him generally.
Yeah. Judge, we will just argue the motion for bond modification today. It looks like we are waiting for some labs to come back, according to Mr. Dean. So
Yes, I just did a quick review. It was a blood draw, consent. I've got the. I don't know whether Mr. Paul has received them yet or not, or what.
I haven't received. The only thing I have is the complaint and the motion.
But we do have the form filled out by the phlebotomist or whatever, the nurse.
All right,
But I
well,
don't think KBI.
we'll be on the record now in 2023 TR 879, State of Kansas versus Araceli Ibarra Morales. Please announce appearances.
Your Honor, the state of Kansas would appears bond through Assistant County Attorney Paul Dean.
Richard Paul on behalf of Miss Ibarra Morales, who appears in custody via Zoom.
And I understand there is a motion to reduce bond, Mr. Paul.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Cooper, previous counsel, had filed this. Her bond is set at $1,000. She's been in custody, I believe, about 35, 40 days now, Judge. This was charged as a first, from what I can see from the sheet. The penalty on a first nowadays is there is no mandatory jail time. And she's already done, at least 30 days on that, Judge, and we're still waiting on labs to be back. So I would ask for an OR bond. She would live with her mother that lives in Wichita, Kansas, and continue this date to a date that's appropriate for parties to wait on the lab results.
Mr. Dean, the state's response.
Your Honor, I'm reviewing her history, I guess, and this is a first offense. Current charge. I do have a little bit of concern given the nature of the charge, or the factual allegations that were asserted as to what occurred that night. Quite honestly, what I've seen of her demeanor here today, I'm not opposed to the idea of granting her OR bond, but she's going to be living with her mother, and that's what's going to be stated. It is $1,000 bond. I would ask that her mom sign off on that with her, and basically would be acknowledging that she's agreeing that she's going to be staying there, just so that we know that she's got a place to go.
Ms. Morales, are you feeling well today? Can you hear me, Ms. Morales?
Yes.
Do we had an interpreter for you last time, but you didn't want the interpreter. Are you still not wanting an interpreter? Do you want an interpreter?
Yeah,
Think you need someone to help you translate the language?
yeah.
Okay. Well, we can certainly get you someone. Is the deputy there?
Yes, I'm here, Judge.
Is this her normal demeanor?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right, well, Missy, let's first of all set this over, continue the control for, you think 30 days, Mr. Paul, would be enough?
I would defer to Mr. Dean on that.
Okay.
Well, actually, I wish I knew how long KBI was taking to get things back these days.
Usually 3 to 4 months in my experience. Seems like that's what we do on the preliminary hearing control docket on Friday afternoons. So I would say 2 months, honestly.
All
Let's
right.
let's set it over for 60 days, Judge,
All
and
right,
see where
Mr.
we're at, because that'd be about the 3-month time period. Looks like this was written on August 8th, I think.
How about November 17th at 10?
Okay,
All right, November 17th at 10, and we will have an interpreter here for you. Now, the issue of the bond. Will your mother be able to come and get you? Mrs.
Yeah.
Bond?
Yeah,
Uh,
she's coming. She's coming.
Have you had contact with her recently? When was the last time you talked to your mom?
Today?
Today? And, all right. And she'll come and get you and let you live with her while this case is pending?
I've spoken to her before and she said yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll make it a $1,000 but her mother does have to sign it. And she is not to have any alcohol or illegal drugs while she's on probation.
On bond, Judge?
They're on bond, thank you. And she has to live with her mother and mother has to sign that. So Deputy, you having questions about that?
No, I do not, Judge.
All right. And if there's nothing further, Ms. Ibarra Morales is excused and,
I'll see you in 15 minutes.
all right,
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you,
thank
Judge.
you.